Hey everybody, it's Amber, and thank you so much for coming back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing my end of the craft fair season recap. I did a similar video like this last year for my 2017 craft fair series. So what this is a kind of overview and recap of how everything that I made in my 2018 series this year, all the items that I made for this craft fair season, how those did in my craft fairs. If they were good sellers, best sellers, if they, didn't sell very well at all. I'm going to go ahead and give you my honest report of how everything went for me. And I hope you really enjoy this. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to be going in order from my very first video to the very last craft fair idea I had for this year. And the first one, if you remember, is the fun activity pockets. These did amazing. Everybody seemed to really love these. They, bought them for stocking stuffers and for like Thanksgiving little place settings for their kids. I really, really loved how these went. And I think I'm going to even do a better and revamped version for these for next year. So stay tuned for that. But yes, these activity pockets were great sellers. Next are my Trinket Clips, and you guys, these sold amazing. I almost completely sold out of these. I only had a few packets left, and so yes, I almost sold every single packet that I made. People really seem to love these. Okay, next are my mom's applique pouches, and you guys remember these. She did sell about half, I think, of the stock that she made, and people really loved them, especially to give to their kids, and so they did decent. I'm not going to say they were a bestseller, but I think that we probably should have marketed them maybe on my booth, and she had them in her booth, where people were looking for more of her hand sewn like aprons and things like that. So maybe if we would have put them in my booth, they would have done a little better, but they did do decent and people really seemed to love them. Okay, so my favorite item of the entire craft fair series were these traveler's notebooks. These, I'm going to be honest, were not great sellers, and I think the reason that they weren't is because of there, people that aren't crafters and don't watch YouTube all the time and aren't part of this community, they really are intimidated by really complex things. So like traveler's notebooks, if you don't really know what they are or know what to use them for, then you're going to be intimidated and you're just going to put it back. But I will say that I got the most compliments and like amazed kind of feedback on the traveler's notebooks. People were like, these are amazing. I can't believe you made these, and things like that. So I really appreciated that. And I did sell a few of them. I did sell a few to some ladies that were going to give them as gifts. And I did sell a few to some coworkers actually who really loved them. So at the same time as them not being the greatest best sellers, I was happy with the outcome and I will make them again. Next up are Breeze Candy Box Lip Balms. These were decent sellers. Make these again, but revamp them and maybe put something different in there or market them like as a cheaper item with maybe candy inside. I'm not sure because people really loved the pillow box or the candy box. Cute idea. So we're going to rethink that for next year and maybe fill it with something different. So next are Bree's nail polish favors, and people loved these. She did sell quite a few of these, and people were very impressed with her little swatch that she put, that dab of the color of the nail polish. And a lot of people bought these for stocking stuffers and little favors and gifts. So these are definitely a keeper for next year, and they're super fun to make. So these were a great seller. Another one of my favorite items, the designer card sets. This is another one where I got tons and tons of compliments, and they were decent sellers. I wouldn't say that they sold as good as I wanted them to. They were decent sellers. A lot of people hesitated to buy them because they were overwhelmed with, I guess, just the complexity. I don't know. To me, they seem pretty simple, but I think people were concerned of all the designs, and I told them, feel free to take the cards out, look at them all, but people just really didn't want to like bother the product, I guess. But I did get a lot of compliments and people really liked them. I'm definitely going to be making these as Christmas gifts with some Christmas cards. Okay, you guys, this is a bestseller alert. The chunky notepads were just a hit. They were absolutely loved. I think I almost completely sold out of them. I had a few left, but yeah, they were a total hit. People loved them and loved that they had like the cute different designs on them, and I sold a ton of them. So, great sellers. Same with these notepad wallets. I almost completely sold out of these. They were a huge hit. I sold so many of them and I was so happy with it. So, for these mini note card envelope sets, I have a confession to make. These did not sell, and you know why they did not sell? Because I had them all packaged up in a little container and I forgot to pack it for my craft fair. And I didn't realize it until after my last craft fair. I found it in my craft room underneath my desk, packed up in the little plastic bin, and I cannot believe I forgot to put these out this year. So, needless to say, I'm going to have this inventory for my craft fair next year, and I will definitely give you a full report, but I don't have one to give you for this year because, as I said, I stupidly, mistakenly left them in my craft room and didn't ever put them out. So, that's that. Next up are my sunflower seed treats, and I am very happy to report that these are another bestseller. I almost completely sold out of these, and you know what the funny part is? I sold more at my 2 Christmas holiday craft fairs than I did at my fall craft fair. So these sold very well for my Christmas craft fairs, which is super weird because they're like a fall treat. But anyways, people bought them for stocking stuffers, for favors for their coworkers. I completely almost sold out of these. I think I only had 2 left at the end of the craft fair season. So another bestseller. Okay, so here's another one of Bree's, the Pillow Box Favors. Everybody picked these up. They absolutely adored them and loved them. But when they heard there was hand sanitizer in it, they liked the idea, but it didn't really sell. So I think if there was candy in there, just more simple, something more simple, we would have sold them better. So these weren't a very good seller, although she did sell a few of them. Next are these adorable Halloween candy box favors, and these everybody absolutely loved. She sold quite a few at our fall craft fair. So I think if you look at this in a different way, maybe make these window Christmas nail polishes, they would sell much better. But they were so adorable and everybody did like them. Okay, my autumn journals are another bestseller. What I'm kicking myself for is not making Christmas ones. I ran out of time. That's what it is. I just ran out of time and I wasn't able to make Christmas ones, but I have a feeling if I would have, they would have been amazing sellers as well. People just, for some reason, love these altered composition notebooks. So, best seller, definitely a keeper for next year. Okay, guys. So this is a kind of funny running joke with me and my family, my sisters and my mom. The pumpkin spice oatmeal cups were adorable, right? But they just did not sell. I think I sold 3 of them. 3 of them, all the ones I made, I think I sold 3 of them. It was funny because my sister and I kept cracking jokes like, they're taking up a lot of real estate on our table, but they're not selling. And so I kept telling the girls, I'm not going to put them out at the next one. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So I did have them out for all the craft fairs, and maybe aren't so much for craft fairs and more for like little favor gifts or coworker gifts, something that you give to somebody, because a lot of the people that came to the craft fair didn't really want to deal with the bulkiness and lugging them around, I guess. But these definitely weren't a good seller, but I still recommend them for gift giving. Ding, 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 another bestseller, holiday novelty photo books. these little babies right here sold amazing. I only had like 2 left, I think. And I just am addicted to making these. Like, I just want to make a million more of these because, as you know, I use the Dollar Tree. My little secret ingredient to these were the Dollar Tree matching game and Go Fish, I think. And I just think it's so adorable, and they made them look so unique. So I think I'm going to make some more of these for Christmas gifts, and definitely going to bring them back for my craft fair next year. So yes, bestseller on the Novelty photo books. Okay, the next thing really wasn't in my craft fair series, but I did this in my Dollar Tree craft fair hop. So these chalkboard farmhouse Christmas signs, whatever I called them, were actually a very good seller. I was very surprised that I almost sold out of these, you guys. I was so pleasantly surprised. Not because they aren't a great item, but these are more, I think, geared towards like me making it and giving it as a gift. But people bought them and, were really excited to give them out as gifts. So I was very happy and surprised, and they sold really well. People loved the Rudolph Pears. These sold so well. I didn't sell out of them, so I'm not going to call them a bestseller, but they did really, really well, and people really liked them. So definitely going to make these again next year. Okay, so here's another item, the Christmas card journals that sold so well. I was so pleased with how these sold and happy because I kind of came up with this idea this year and I was kind of proud of it. So I was really happy that people liked them and everybody was talking, my customers, that they're going to keep track of their Christmas card lists in here and what they send out and who they sent to and who they received from. So I thought that was a great idea. And next year, I think I'm going to make these again in like a bulked up version. So maybe add some pockets and little tuck spots so people can put their memorabilia and things in them. But I really, really was happy and pleased with how these sold. Okay, everybody, so another bestseller alert. The holiday candy jars that Brie made were an absolute hit. She sold almost completely out of these. We had a couple left to add to our craft fair boxes that we sold here on my channel, but she almost completely sold out of these. They were such an amazing seller, and I will tell you the more popular ones were the peppermint ones and the Hershey Kiss ones, but the other ones did sell too, the Jolly Ranchers and the Gumballs. I mean, they all sold really well. So we were so happy with the outcome of these and definitely are going to make them again. Okay, so up next are my chunky Christmas notepads, and these were a decent seller. They weren't like a bestseller or anything like that, but I did sell a few of these. Well, I sold about half of the stock that I made, so I was able to add the other half into craft fair boxes that we sold. But a lot that matters to me is that I enjoyed making these so much. These are one of my favorite items to make, so I'm definitely going to bring them back for next year. Okay, so next are the holiday bath bombs made by Brie, and everybody loved these. She sold quite a few of them. She didn't sell out, so I won't call them a bestseller, but she did sell quite a few of them, and people really loved them, and they made our booth smell amazing. Smelled like peppermint and lavender, so they are really a great idea, and we're definitely going to bring them back again next year, and I just love the way she decorated them. I want to thank you all so much for watching my craft fair series this year and for supporting me in my channel and making it possible for me to upload content. I really want to thank you so much. And I do have a couple little bonus videos coming out very soon. They're craft fair related. One of them is going to be a quick little tour of our craft fairs that we had this year. And so I hope that you will stay tuned for that. And then I have some little craft fair surprises coming out too. And maybe a giveaway. Not maybe, for sure a giveaway. I've got some cute items that I'm giving away. So I really hope that you'll stay tuned for those. Subscribe if you aren't already. And I just thank you all so much for everything. And I wish you a very, very happy weekend. Bye.